DreamKingz Films. We hit the playmaker Caden Fordham of the Bolles Bulldogs. Hey Caden, man, the season is upon us. Real quick, just talk about that and let me know what excites you about this upcoming season.
I mean, this quarantine, we've all been inside. I know I personally have been working out a lot, getting ready for this season. I've put on a good bit of weight, and I just can't wait to get back out there and start playing again.
Talk about how important it was to transform your body for this upcoming season.
Oh yeah, for sure. For me especially, talking to a couple of the colleges, they wanted me to start putting on some weight for outside linebackers, so that's what I did this quarantine, and I definitely think I've done the job, so I think I'll be ready for next year playing outside linebacker.
Speaking of the quarantine, Caden, personally, what have you been doing to work out and stay on top of your craft?
Definitely doing a bunch of cardio, trying to stay in shape, but also been lifting a lot of weights and gym and Jack's Beach, and then summer workouts. Coach Toblin's been pushing us hard, getting the best out of us. So
talk about that a little bit more. How hard Coach Matt been pushing y'all guys over this past month?
Oh yeah, I mean, you're never going to get less than the best out of yourself with him. I mean, he always wants the best out of you, and that's what I respect the most out of him. He always wants to win, and that's what it takes. So that's why we are pretty good where we are.
Yes, sir. Caden, talk about your skill set. What makes you such a good player?
I think me personally, I mean, I have the physical ability to play backer, but I also have speed coming from last year. I was playing safety mainly and some quarterback as well. But I think that's what gives me my versatility and being able to cover the flats.
Caden, you just recently committed to NC State, the Wolfpack.
Yes,
Real
sir.
quick, just talk about that and what led to that commitment.
Yeah, I mean, with the quarantine and all, like I've been saying, I wasn't able to get up on most of my visits from schools that I had offers from, but NC State was one of my first offers, so I was very comfortable with them, and the coaches, Coach Gibson and Coach Dorian, I was very comfortable with them. They had talked to me. I had a great relationship with them, so I knew it was the right spot for me.
Talk about that relationship a little bit more. Talk about the bond that the coaching staff kept with you amid this coronavirus pandemic.
Yes, sir. Throughout the whole thing, they were texting me every day, calling me, make sure my family was all right, and that's what I like. My dad's always told me, if football ends for you tomorrow, you got to go to a place where you can just go to school and be happy there. And I felt like that Raleigh was the place for me where I could do that and have like family as those coaches.
Talk about the style of play they play up there, and talk about your skill set and what you could do to go up to Raleigh and flourish in their defense.
Yes, sir. I mean, they kind of similar to us. They have the outside backer. Will backer's what they want me as. So I mean, I'm already kind of used to it, and they're a hard, physical team up there in Raleigh and NC State. So I feel like that's what suits me best, and that's what I'll be best at.
Talk about your skill set. What makes you such a good player?
Like I was saying earlier, I think I have the versatility. I feel like I can do most of it all. Like last year, I was our punter, kicker, a lot of things. I was receiver and all. So I feel like my versatility, I have strength, and I can come off the edge and rush pretty quick as well.
Did you take an official visit or a virtual visit?
Yes, sir. I did a good bit of virtual visits over the quarantine since I wasn't able to get up. But NC State, I was actually able to get up earlier in the year. I went on 2 visits up there.
Talk about that. How did they treat you and your family, and talk about some of the fun you had?
Yeah, Raleigh for sure was a great place. We went down to eat with the coaches after the camp. That's when they offered me. Coach Dorian brought me into his office and had a long talk with me, and that's where I really knew that there was a place for me. And they treated us like family. Like that's exactly what I wanted. So that's how I knew it was for me.
Yes, sir. Caden, talk about the Bulldogs defense this year. What excites you about that group?
Oh, I mean, we got some big boys this year with Hayden Schwartz coming over, Cayenne, our tight end. He plays D-line as well. We got some big boys. I feel like we'll be a lot better than last year, able to get pressure on the quarterback, and it'll help our DBs out a lot more.
Speaking of pressure, who you feel could lead the Bulldogs in sacks this year?
Hopefully either me or Hayden Schwartz. I feel like we got a pretty good shot at it. We put in a good bit of blitzes this year because we're getting a little bigger this year, so I feel like that's who it'll be.
Schwartz, talk about his skill set a little bit more. What he brings to the table.
Schwartz is a dog. From last year to this year, you all see him. He's been getting a lot bigger. He's a crazy athlete. He can move. He's strong. He's all get outs, and he's a big boy. So plays with a nasty attitude too. So I think he'll be really good for our team.
Talk about the DBs. Who you feel could lead y'all in interceptions this year?
Kayvon, our safety. He's a younger kid, but he's smart. He knows the game very well. He knows the defense. He's always hustling, listening to Coach Toblin, and never complains about anything. So I feel like he's really stepped up his game, and he's ready for this year.
Give me quick thoughts on the offense.
I think they're doing well. Davis Ellis, as y'all know, he's a heck of a player. We've been struggling a little bit with the quarterback stuff, but one of our receivers, Gunner, stepped up, and he's been doing well, slinging it out there in 7-on-7, completing passes to Davis and other receivers. So I think we'll be all right for sure.
Yes, sir. Davis Ellis and Cade Few, man. Just talk about your 2 playmakers and what they bring to the table.
Yeah, Cade Few, as y'all know, he's a spurty little fiery back. He can get the job done. He's always got a little motor that's always always running. He's feisty, so he's for sure been stepping it up a lot. And Davis, as y'all know, he's an outstanding athlete. He can go up, grab the ball, go deep, beat players quick, and when we need long shots in the game, so I feel like that's what he'll be good for.
Yes, sir. Caden, numbers-wise, what do you look to accomplish? 100 tackles, 5 interceptions. What do you look to accomplish?
I mean, I'm shooting for better than last year, so I'm hoping around 105 tackles, a good bit of interceptions as well. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. As a team, y'all took a hard loss in the state championship game last year, but can y'all make it back to that point and ultimately bring it home?
Yes, sir. I feel like from last year, it's really, I mean, I know it still haunts me every day losing that game, but I can't even imagine what it does to Coach Tobin. He's been there many of times, and I feel like this year we're going to go out and really, it's really going to take a toll on us, so I feel like we're really going to get it this year.
Yes, sir. Let's go back to that game real quick. Daytona Beach, Florida.
Yes,
tough loss to Booker T. Washington. But just give me your quick thoughts on that game and why you feel like y'all couldn't bring it home.
Well, I mean, I never blame it on anyone, but I feel like we just kind of came up short in the end. We were offense wasn't kind of getting the job done enough. I mean, defense was getting tired too. It was on us as well, but I just feel like we kind of gave up there at the end. We didn't push it to our final limits, but I feel like this year we're coming back for sure.
Yes, sir. Caden, before we get out of here, grades and respect to all the little kids that follow Bolles Bulldogs athletics, NC State athletics. Tell them how important having grades is in the process of playing high school sports. Also tell them how important having respect is in the game of life.
Yes, sir, for sure. I mean, that's why I love the game. You gotta be a respectful man, a good man to play the game, because it's on and off the field. Grades are the most important thing. If you don't got the grades, then you ain't going to be on the field. So that's what my dad's always told me. You got to have the grades first, and then you can play. So do what you got to do so you can do what you want to do, is what he told me. So that's what it is.
Hey, Caden, thanks for talking with me.
Yes, sir.
Good luck to your future.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.